Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. Well, hey guys, today I am talking about all the different things that I wrote off this year for my taxes. It was a lot, and you're gonna be like, what? So the purpose of this video is a couple things. I want you to know how important it is to have a way of keeping up with your money. I use Notary Gadget. Without Notary Gadget, the first year my accountant was like, what in the world? The second year I used Notary Gadget and it was amazing. My tax professional said, what are you using? Well, how it's so exact. I mean, it's just amazing. So you have to keep a good record. You have to. So I'm going to go over some of my expenses though that I had and what they total. So you can see what you should be thinking about for your taxes as a notary. Okay. So you could be thinking about what you need to write off on your taxes, perhaps as a notary. I'm not a tax professional, but I do want to just share what my experience has been so far this year and what I'm writing off. I'm also part of the notary trainers over at Notary Educators team. So check me out, as well as Alexis and Angela, where we teach you all things notary, apostille, and fingerprints, and I-9, loan signing agent, Google My Business, everything you need to know. You can find out about it right over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. So let's get into these numbers, okay? So the first expense I have is my apostille expenses, what I paid the state of Georgia. So in Georgia, every time we do an apostille, it's a $3 fee. So I had 5, I guess, that I did this year. So my total was $15.45. They do charge like an 8-cent processing fee or something like that. So that number is kind of odd, but it came to $15.45. I use Notary Gadget, as I mentioned before, and it just really breaks this down. I just love it. I love it. Okay, so let's go. My next expense was FedEx. So I actually had to ship documents for clients, be it locally, internationally, or whatever. That came to $138.81. So that fee is recouped though from the client. So if I ship a document, even locally, and we were closed because of COVID, so I had to do a lot of shipping on my apostilles back and forth to the state of Georgia. And if you don't know what an apostille is, watch my playlist. I have about 7 videos about an apostille, but the short version is apostille is a document that has to leave the country, but it needs a higher level of authentication prior to doing so. So I was sending those documents back and forth to the state of Georgia. And each time I did that, it was around $20. So again, I put that fee onto my client. I don't pay it out of pocket. The next thing I paid in fees was $1,386 in witness fees. I had a lot of witnesses last year. I didn't realize it was that many. I did not. I paid almost $1,400 in witness fees last year. I'm going to do another video on that because I didn't realize it was that many. And I'm going to talk about why you need a witness in a future video. I already have one out there, but now that I see how much I actually paid in fees, I'm like, good night. That's another business. Parking fees, going to hospitals, I paid $7.50. And I really think that's not correct because I went to like several hospitals throughout the year and it was more than $7. But I had $7.50 recorded in my Notary Gadget. So that's what I put. And use my Notary Gadget link. And I believe you might get a discount too. But they do pay me a small commission if you use my link. And that's over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. So my next expense I had was for my taxes the year before, which I paid $275 for somebody to do my taxes last year. Another expense I had was advertising. I spent $789.11 on advertising. So what I normally do for advertising would consist of my Google page. I don't run a lot of ads, but I have run ads. Canva. I'm big on using Canva. Would be part of my advertising expense. I don't purchase a lot of ink pens and stuff, but purchasing things that have my logo and stuff on it. All of that I consider is advertising. Bags, pens, anything that you purchase so people can see who you are and know about your business. Translation fees, last year I paid $49.98. And that's when someone asked me to translate a document. I have to pay another company to do that. I pass that fee on to my client. I do have a whole training course on how to do translation services. You do want to check it out, because if you're going to be doing apostilles, asking the kind of money that I talk about, you need to know how to provide translation services. Even if you don't do apostilles, people will reach out to you and say, hey, do you offer translation services? And even though you don't speak another language, you don't have to. The other person speaks another language, but you just have to pay them. And then again, you put that feedback to your client. Office supplies, wow guys, was $2,478.59. Almost $2,500 in office supplies. And I'm not a new notary. So that looks like buying paper, buying toner, buying ink, buying ink pens, anything you have to buy for your office. I believe we bought that would also include your mobile scanner. That would include your printer. All of that kind of stuff goes under your office supplies. Training. I actually took training courses last year. I spent $723.97 on training courses. Some of the classes I took last year included apostille. I also took a Canva class twice, because me and Canva just, oh my goodness. I also, what else did I do? I don't know, but I took $725 worth of training. I hope I'm using it some kind of way. So what else? Oh, meals and entertainment, $4,785. And that meals and entertainment expense, that is me taking people out for lunch. I took the team out for lunch and dinner several times. If me and Angela go out, sometimes I'll treat, because I'm gonna write it off on my taxes. Me and my husband might be going out. We're discussing the business. Me and other friends that also do the notary business, I may treat them. So all of that goes under meals and entertainment. Actually going to events, you can write that off. Now, what percentage and all of that, again, I want you to consult your tax person, because that's not me. I'm not the person. But I'm just telling you what I wrote off. Bank fees. I had $88 in bank fees last year. My bank is really good about the fees. I average about $10 a month. A little bit less is based on transactions and bank fees. I use Truist as the bank, but they all might be similar, so you can check that out. The state of Georgia with my LLCs, guys, I spent $859. $859. I have a couple LLCs, but the main reason that $859 was so high is because one of my LLCs got shut down, and I still got to record that video. I did a video where I thought they shut it down, but they actually shut it down, and I ended up spending $350 to get it reinstated. Oh my God, that was a disaster. I didn't even know. When I did the video about them shutting it down, I thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. I come back and them jokers and charged me $350 to reinstate it. It was my main business too. It wasn't like one of my other little businesses. It was my main notary business that they had shut down my LLC. So the video is coming on that. And to the NNA, I paid $357 for different stuff. I bought ink stamps that I didn't like. I watched the videos. I bought the primer, watched the video to get my commission reinstated. My notary signing agent background check redone. I had to pay for that. And then mileage, overall I had 2,851 miles. 2,851 miles. So you have a couple different ways you can count your mileage when you are doing your taxes. Again, consult your professional. But you can either do like keep your receipts for your tires, keep your receipts for gas, keep your receipts for windshield wipers, keep your receipts for this, or you can use the standard deduction, which is what I do, and it's just like 0.50 cent per mile or whatever it is at the time that you're watching this. And this year I had 2,851 miles, which equals $1,714. So all of my tax deductions for the year came to over $13,667. So when you think about it, Notary Gadget, I pay $9 a month for that. Oh, I didn't include my $9 for that. That might be in business preparation, because you can write that off too. Your Notary Gadget fees, you can write that off too. That's part of your expenses for your business. So to pay them $9 a month though, to have an organized detailed sheet like this. Some people try Excel. Nah. Why are you gonna do all that? And you already got, Notary Gadget has every category that you need. You can also create your own categories if it's something that you think you need to add. $9 a month is not bad to have this report ready to pull this profit and loss for my tax professional. And one other thing that Notary Gadget does that I just love, and this is another big expense we didn't even talk about, is notary stamps. When you stamp your document every time, you are exempt normally from self-employment tax on that part of the money that you do for stamping. So for example, you have a document you stamp 10 times and your state says it's $2, that's $20. Well, that $20 of your fee that you charge the client is exempt from self-employment tax. That's one of the perks of being a notary. That particular part of the transaction is not taxed. It's tax exempt. So last year for me, I stamped so many documents that $1,931 of that was exempt from taxes. And that's every time I used my stamp. So that's quite a bit. $1,931 is exempt. So again, you want to always consult your tax professional about everything we talked about. But this gives you a nice idea as a notary what things on your taxes you need to be aware of, because it can reduce the bottom line so you can pay less money. Okay? So until next time, this is Notary Life with Kimmi.